Hi everyone, hope you're all ticking to boo. In today's video, what we're going to be doing is looking at the new DJI Mini 3 Pro and give you my views or my initial views on this little beast and compare it against my Mavic 2 Pro to help me understand, or maybe even help you understand, which one we're going to keep. And believe me, you're going to be amazed at what this little beast can do. Now, I'm really happy to have got my hands on this little beast really early. I've had it for 3 or 4 weeks now, so I've had a chance to play around with it. It's not one of those things straight out the box and see how great it is. I've given it a good old test. Plus, as you can see, I've got the Fly More kit and this new DJI remote controller with the screen built in, and I've also got the ND filters already, but I only got these after I'd done all the test footage with this. So if you're interested in that video, there'll be a link up here of the test with the ND filters on there, because definitely at f1.7 you need them. But as always, and not to disappoint any of you, here's today's little joke. How do you count cows? With a calculator.
This is how I roll.
Now, for me, the first part of this review is just as important as the footage and the photos, but it may be a bit boring for some of you lot out there, because what I'm going to be doing is looking at the footprint of both packages, the weight of both packages, and how it all fits into your bag, because that is just as important, or especially for me when we're going out and about, or for you lot if you're out traveling and things like that, of how much room each one of them takes. And believe me, the Mavic 2 doesn't take up much room, but you'd be surprised at what this little beauty can do. So if you're not interested in that, there'll be timestamps down below so you can jump forward or come back to little bits of this video and look at the bits that you're really interested in. However, these were really important to me, so I wanted to compare them. First off, let's have a quick look at what you get with the DJI Mini 3 Pro and the Fly More kit. As you can see, there's a lovely little drone in here. It's absolutely minute. It's so scarily small. I thought it was a toy, to be honest with you. And underneath, you got this RC controller with a built-in screen. You get one battery, plus this little screwdriver for changing the props, and a couple of spare props. As for the Fly More kit, you get this nice little bag, which actually is quite a decent bag for a change, because I've never really liked the ones you get in there. You get a front pocket here, which I've actually already stuck the ND filters in. Okay, and then inside this one, I've already opened it up, but you get a couple of spare batteries, the battery charger, okay, and you get another couple of spare props. There's also this nice little zip up here, and you can see I've put the screwdriver and all that in there where you can keep all your spare props. One thing you don't get though, which I think's a bit tight really, is the charger. So what you're going to have to do is get one of these 30-watt chargers, or the plug for the charger, should I say, because this is the charging unit. You have to get one of these, and there'll be a link down below for it, but would it be nice if DJI had actually put that in there. Next, let's quickly compare the footprint of the boxes to see how much room they take up. The Mavic 2 boxes, they're 25 inches across here, and just over 12 inches this way. And the Mini 3 Pro are 17.5 inches by just over 7.5 inches. Now for me, that's a clear win for the Mini 3 if you want something that's going to take up as little space. But then again, if you're going to chuck the boxes in the bin, then it won't bother you, will it? Now, let's have a look at what the footprint or the size area of the pieces of kit once they're outside of the boxes. So this is a Mavic 2 Pro with the RC, or the Smart RC there. This comes at 17.5 inches and by 10 inches. The Mini 3 Pro, so that's 7.5 inches by just over 10 inches. And this way it's about 9 inches by just about 8 inches, so a lot smaller that way. So as you can see, a clear win for the Mini 3. Now let's look at the weight of it. So the first thing we're weighing is the RC. That comes at 383 grams. The RC for the Mavic 2 Pro though, that comes in at 704, so nearly double the weight of it. Now the drone itself, the Mini 3, as you expect, it's going to weigh 249 grams. Well, I hope it does anyway. So that clearly does. Now, the only thing is, the battery alone on the Mavic 2 Pro, now that actually weighs in at 296 grams. So the battery on the Mavic 2 Pro is actually heavier than the drone. Now, pulling it all together, so we've got the RC here, we've got the Mavic 2 Pro, plus 2 batteries, so it's exactly the same setup. Now that weighs in a massive 2,995 grams, so that's basically 3 kilos. Now, the other lot, all in one little bag, which makes a difference for starters, but we've got the same setup there, so the drone, the RC and the 3 batteries, so that's a 2 spare and the 1 in there, and that comes in at 1,070 grams, so a third of the weight. So hands down, easily a clear win for the Mini 3 on that side of things, isn't it? Let's look at what it's like in a bag really quickly, and then we'll get on with some of the footage. So here we are, we've got a lower prow tactical bag. So the batteries pop in the bottom here. This is how I've normally got it set up anyway. The Mavic 2 Pro can go in this one or the one below it, plus the RC. Yeah, there's room there for other bits and bobs and another camera and a long lens, but that's it. That's all you can get in here when you put all of this in. Now, as for the Mini 3 Pro, you expect it's going to be a little bit less, wouldn't you? And there we go. We can just slot it in, straight in there in the top, and I've got all of that spare room left. I can move it around if I wanted to and put it there, put things like filters on the side and other stuff, but you can get so much more kit in the same bag. Unbelievable, isn't it? How much you can get in such a small space there. So from a weight size of things, footprint, you know, all those sides of stuff, then the Mini 3 clearly is a winner even, especially if you're out and about traveling or if you're going on different trips and things like that. This thing, you're not even going to probably notice it because you can even put it in your pocket if you really wanted to. But that's all well and good, isn't it? However, you're not going to buy it if it doesn't produce the goods. It doesn't matter how small it is and things like that, but if the footage is rubbish and the photos are rubbish, then what's going to be the point of either buying this one or swapping out your Mavic 2 for it? But you're going to be surprised. What I'll do is some practical tests of footage itself. We'll do a wind test, okay, as well, with this being such a light little thing. Also, we'll do the tracking test because the tracking on this one, from the videos that I've been watching anyway, seems to be really, really good. And we'll also do some more footage tests at the end, maybe some low light stuff if I get a chance to get some done before we put this video up. So here's a bit of footage for you. The settings and everything will be written down in the bottom right or left hand side so you can see what they're like, but what I've tried to do is get them as close to each other and cover the same sort of areas. They'll be slightly out because one thing this hasn't got is waypoints, or it hasn't at the moment. There you go. They both did great jobs, didn't they? I think the footage out of the Mini 3 was actually as good, if not better, than the Mavic 2 Pro, which did surprise me, to be honest with you, because I had no ND filters, as I said, on this one. And like I said, I have done another video on those if you're interested in the ND filters, along with some other top tips on the Mini 3, because one of the things which I haven't mentioned is this, look, there's the propellers, they sort of fold around and things like that, and I'm worried I'm going to damage them, but I found a little thing that hopefully will help you all out with that. So let's get on with the wind test. This was just a quick brief test while I was out doing the tracking tests and things like that, with some takeoff and landings. Now, clearly a winner there for the Mavic 2, isn't it? So if you're going to be using this out in gusty winds and things like that, either you're going to have to make sure you've got a really large landing space and things like that, or if it's really, really important to you and you want to take off in small areas and not worry about wind gusts and all of that side of it, then to be honest with you, the Mavic 2 is probably going to be a better drone for you. but the Mini 3 did get blown about a bit, as you could see. It was only 15-mile-an-hour winds or wind gusts then, but there was one time, well, it was actually landing down a Land Rover and it was going to miss, and Alex caught it on his phone, but I caught it in my hand, and all I can say is ouch.
The wind is gusting.
Yeah.
I'll have to master that hand take off and landing like you saw in all of the pros out there doing their videos. But it always worries me doing that because, like I said, it doesn't half hurt when you get your finger caught in those props. Next, we're going to give the tracking a good old test because I think, from what I've seen anyway, is that the Mini 3 is going to be better than the Mavic 2 Pro. And in fact, you think about it, the Mavic 2 Pro, what's that now, 4 years old? So we would hope it would be. What I'm going to do is follow Alec down the road in his van, and then what I'll do is I'll switch the tracking off and I'll chase him back up the road manually to see whether or not I can keep up with him.
You shut it out, but I can't hear a word you say. I'm talking loud, not saying much. I'm criticized, but how your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim. Far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Cut me down, but it's you who have further to fall. Ghost town, haunted love. Raise your voice, sticks and stones may break my bones. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose. Far away, ricochet. You take your aim. Far away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. Stone heart, machine gun, firing at the ones who run. Stone heart, love's bulletproof glass.
Again, both did really well. I think the Mini 3 actually had the edge on this, and it was against the wind as well. It seemed to get better cinematic angles and things like that. Remember, I wasn't playing around with it, I was just letting it do its own thing. But the power of the Mavic 2 definitely outweighed the Mini 3 on the way back up the hill, as you can see. Now, what I'll do is put some more comparison footage at the end of the video, and as always, if anybody's interested in any of it to play around with or muck about with, then please let me know in the comments. Just don't claim it to be your own. I don't even mind if you put it in your own videos, but as long as you give us a little credit to it. What we'll do now quickly is have a look at some photos from both of them, but I'm not going to tell you which one's which until the end. Now, is it A or B that you think's the Mini 3 or the Mavic 2 Pro? So, did you get them right? You'll be able to find out in the description which ones are which, but the Mini 3, I think personally had a better photo and it was a lot sharper. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So which one would you choose? For me, I'm actually going to choose the Mini 3 Pro because apart from the wind resistance, which isn't going to bother me that much because I don't intend on putting it up in really strong winds, and the sideways obstacle avoidance, because remember the Mavic 2 Pro has got all round omnidirectional, whereas this has only got front, rear and below. May cause you some issues, but as long as you know that, then you're going to steer clear of things sideways, aren't you? And not do a Sam Holland and crash it into the mountains.
Just crashed, that was it. Just heard this beep sound, the screen went black, and I thought, oh dear.
But I think everything that this little baby can do is as good, if not better, than the Mavic 2 Pro. Add in the size, the weight, the vertical shooting for TikTok and things like that, plus the master shots, which is loads better than the ones on the Mavic 2 Pro. It certainly makes it the right drone for me, but it might not be for you, as I said. Mind you, I wouldn't say no if those lovely people at DJI was to send me a Mavic 3 Pro as well. So it is bye-bye to the Mavic 2 Pro. Those lovely people at MPB have given me a good price on this, so it saves trying to sell it on eBay and you're getting those dickheads out there trying to offer you stupid money for it, or when you send it to them they say there's something wrong with it, then there clearly isn't. And on that note, if you're thinking of selling camera gear, and it's in good nick by the way, because I look after my stuff, then contact MPB because they give you a really fair price on it and they're great to deal with. The service off them is absolutely superb. You don't even have to pay for the postage. You get it all sorted out and collected in your house. So give them a try. If you found this one useful, or if you enjoyed it, or whatever, you know, give it the old thumbs up because it really does help the channel out. And if you're thinking of buying the Mavic 2 Pro or the Mini 3 Pro, there'll be links down below. And don't forget, if you've got any questions, as normal, leave them in the comments. And I will be doing some more stuff for this little beauty, so you don't miss out. Why don't you hit the old subscribe? Stay safe out there, everyone. Keep smiling. Have fun making stuff. Cheers for now.